Welcome back to Theme Park Wizard. We got a lot of Halloween Horror Nights news today, so I want to go ahead and go over it all from both coasts, and then I'll be at Midsummer Scream on Sunday. And hopefully, my whole point of going there is to see John Murdy in the Halloween Horror Nights panel, so I want to go and live stream that for you on Sunday. So subscribe for that. Yeah, we're gonna go through each. All the houses were announced for Orlando and scare zones and everything. Their announcement season is complete. We'll get the rest of ours or more information for ours in Hollywood on Sunday on the panel. So that's why I want to be there. But yeah, let's start off with Orlando. Orlando's full slate, of course, has Stranger Things 4. But just now today for both coasts was The Exorcist Believer, based on the new movie coming out in October. That looks very interesting. The Last Bus, of course, coming to both coasts. That was announced. Chucky was announced, but we officially got the name and premise for his maze. So this maze is Chucky Ultimate Kill Count. Chucky has created his own haunted house, and we have to try to go in it and survive before he gets us all. So yeah, that's funny because Ultimate Kill Count sounds like a Call of Duty thing, like kill count. So it's funny when I saw that, I was like, oh my gosh, Chucky's gone all Call of Duty on us. So yeah, the official name is Chucky Ultimate Kill Count, and of course The Exorcist. Those were two that were announced today for both coasts. Universal Monsters Unmasked was announced for both coasts as well. The Universal Monsters mazes over the past few years have been pretty fantastic. Last year, Legends Collide was great. The year before that, Bride of Frankenstein was awesome. So I'm very excited for these monsters, because it looks like these are some unique monsters that we don't get. Usually not feature, like there's Hyde and Jekyll, the Hunchback, and let's see who else. The Phantom of the Opera, and the Invisible Man. Which is funny because he's invisible, so I'm curious how that will work out there. Hello, GRL Power Coasters. So yeah, those were the houses announced for both coasts. So actually, we don't even have to look at Hollywood's, because Hollywood's, those were the only three announced for Hollywood, and hopefully we get some originals like La Lechuza on Sunday. But now, for the rest of this, this is Orlando originals only. So, The Oddfellows Twisted Origins, which is an original maze based on The Oddfellow, which is a clown character. He says, you won't be able to risk going inside Dr. Oddfellow's menacing menagerie of twisted oddities, but the price for you and your friends is steep. The cost of your souls to defeat his immortal power. Orlando always gets some amazing original mazes, so I'm very excited to see walkthroughs of this. I probably won't be able to make it to HHN for Orlando this year. Life of the Pro H, I have absolutely no idea about Five Nights at Freddy's. Absolutely no idea. I can't even give you a chance. I know you're very persistent every live stream. Every live stream, you're putting that out there, and boy, I hope it comes for you. But I just really have no interest in that. Even the movies, it sounds kind of to me. But and I guess I'm kind of anti-Universal too, because that's coming on day and date, coming on Peacock and theaters at the same time. But if the movie does well, then hey, I'm sure we'll see a HHN Five Nights at Freddy's house in 2024. But go watch the movie, tell all your friends to watch it there, okay? But continuing on with Orlando's Dueling Dragons. Now, this is probably one of my favorites for Orlando. So I'm at least most anticipated, but I'm so happy they're giving homage to an attraction here. Dueling Dragons, of course, was the two B&M inverted coasters that eventually made way for Hagrid's motorbike adventure at Islands of Adventure. And it's so cool that, because it's a very popular attraction, and I see it coming back here in a Halloween Horror Nights house. I'm sure that one, especially for Dueling Dragons fans or theme park fans in general, that'll be a very popular house. And apparently, this one has 4 different endings, according to the Universal podcast. 4 different endings for the Dueling Dragons coaster or house, and I guess you get to choose which ending because it says choose thy fate, choose your fate. So that one looks really cool. And this actually, if I wasn't going to Orlando, this would probably be my most anticipated, even though I've never been on Dueling Dragons or seen Dueling Dragons in person. But I love homage old attractions. I like that there's 4 different endings, so I'll be very curious to see a POV of this house in just a month. It actually starts September 1st in Orlando, so just over a month, a little over a month, we'll get to see what that Dueling Dragons house looks like. But out of all the originals, and actually I think out of all of the 10 houses they got there, this seems the most interesting to me. So I'm very excited for that. And I wish Hollywood would get something, maybe like an old confrontation house or something. Yeah, let me know in the comments below or in the chat here if Halloween Horror Nights in Hollywood were to get a house that's an homage to an old attraction. What would you do? Would it be like a E.T., maybe E.T. house or something? But that'd be, I guess, more on the family-friendly lines, like kind of like Stranger Things or Ghostbusters, right? But that would go an E.T. Horror Nights house. But yeah, what other attractions? Again, I think a really cool confrontation Horror Nights house would be great here in Hollywood with an animatronic King Kong, like to pay homage to that old attraction. Oh yeah, or maybe G.L. Powers, right? Maybe an homage to the shows, right? An animal actors and special effects house, with creepy animals coming out at you, yeah. Maybe special VFX artists, like creepy VFX artists, coming out. That'd be pretty cool. Luigi's Mansion is also not getting a house and is also not homage to a former attraction. But yeah, so that would be interesting. I hope Hollywood, if Dueling Dragons is popular, which I'm sure it will be, I'm sure Hollywood will get something. I hope Hollywood will get something similar to that. Speaking of attractions, this one is probably has no coincidence or anything. But Yeti Campground Kills reminds me of the Disco Yeti at just down the street from Universal Orlando at Animal Kingdom and Disney World. Now the Yeti, of course, has not been working. So it's funny. This is almost like a homage to that, or like a play on that, right? Yeti Campground Kills. What a cool concept. Again, you and our friends about to mention a 1950s campground overrun by huge menacing Yetis. Oh, so not just one, but it's multiple Yetis, who rip apart everyone who gets in their way. You must flee to the Ranger Tower to escape. Well, that's the storyline. So, that means at the end of this house, there'll probably be a nice massive set piece of a Ranger Tower, which will be really cool. Yeah, see, so far I think the originals are sounding better than the headliners to me, at least for Orlando. I don't know what our originals or our remember La Lechuza maze is, but the Orlando originals, I only read 2 of them, but they're sounding pretty dope so far. Ooh, yes, a Jurassic Park horror house would be really cool as well. Jurassic World or Jurassic Park. Because, that whole franchise is based on horror. So, that would be certainly be a headliner attraction, a maze in itself, a house in itself. You never saw the show in person? Huh? Interesting. You wanted that mummy credit. I love it. Alright. Moving on with the Orlando this is good. The Darkest Deal. see. Uh, blues musician Pine Straw Spruce will have to face the music after meeting with the collector and trading his soul for musical glory. You and your squad learn the terrible price of fame. Sounds interesting. Sounds like some elements of Guardians of the Galaxy with the collector, and and elements of Soul in there as well. That sounds like it would actually be quite a sad story. Actually, this particular house, like, I feel like that could be like a novel. That actually literally sounds like the plot of like a really sad novel. Shoot, they should write a book off that. That sounds nice. Or even make a movie off it. Blood of the Moon, Dark Offerings. This one looks creepy. I love the logo. In a colonial era village, moon worshippers witness the blood moon at their fall festival. Take it as a sign to hunt down any non-followers, including you and your Scream Squad. So this is clearly like a slasher type maze. That would be cool too. A kid-friendly, like a family-friendly Despicable Me horror house with the purple minions. That would be really cool and expand the audience of the event, which is nice. Well, they kind of did maybe the Mummy franchise, but I would say the Mummy was in last year's Legends Collide house. Okay, so those are the houses, and let's see. They also released the scare zones. Let's see if we can get some of those here. Oh yeah, so you have 5 sinister scare zones. Dr. Oddfellow's collection of horror, which is probably right outside his house. Dark Zodiac, which, well, it's probably, I'm guessing, outside the Moon House. But it looks like almost all these mazes have to do with the Doctor. Actually, all of them, yeah. All these scare zones have to do with Dr. Oddfellow, which is the icon. He is one of the icons for Orlando's Horror Nights. That's nice. Yeah, Dark Zodiac kind of sounds like, if it would be placed, I felt like it would be placed by the Moon one. Jungle of Doom, Expedition Horde, and this one, Dr. Oddfellow's Getting You Again. Vamp 69, Summer of Blood. Now, this is a series of scare zones. There's, I think, been a couple of other ones, like Vamp 50 and Vamp in the 80s and Vamp in the 50s, I believe. Now, this is the third in that series, Vamp 69, so that would be really cool. And, obviously, with the era of music in there. Shipyard 32, Horrors Unhinged. And this is, will be obviously in the San Francisco section. You'll be entering a San Francisco shipping yard full of mysterious crates and cages bearing Dr. Oddfellow's symbol. Viewers' nightmarish oddities have now escaped, putting fear and chaos in their wake. These sound like some really cool houses here. And then, for entertainment, you have Nightmare Fuel. So, let's quickly go to Hollywood's latest spec map. Since we know the houses already for Hollywood, Exorcist, Believer, Monsters Unmasked, and the last one, where was it? Oh, Chucky. Now let's see the latest spec map here. Spec map 3.5. Let's go here. Hey, spec map 3.5. Let's see all the things this is for Hollywood. Stranger Things, Last of Us have been announced. Exorcist Believer announced. Monsters Paris, or this is, these are the titles are a little off. This is Exorcist Believer. This is the Monsters Unmasked and Chucky, the Chucky house. All these have been announced. We're still waiting on the Terror Tram, potential Exterminators theme, Holidays in Hell, which should be a repeat. And it looks like our only repeat so far. Evil Dead Rise, as well as La Lechuza, which would be our only original maze this year. We have a very small amount of original mazes, which is sucky, but that's alright. But then we also have the Megan Roaming Horde, which is awesome. Orlando has that as well. And the Death Eaters will be, of course, making their return. I hope they can do their stunts and stuff that they do like right now, instead of like last year's kind of like a walkthrough. But I hope, since that was their first year, but now that they're coming back and they've been here in the summer, hope they can walk around and be interactive like they are now, because it's really cool. If you haven't seen the Death Eaters at Universal Hollywood right now, they do these stunts, they do these with pyrotechnics, and it's really cool. I hope that they do that during Horror Nights as well, instead of just kind of wave you around and do a walkthrough. The Super Nintendo will be open, of course, some 7-10. We have all the regular rides open. But as you see here, and we don't know the scare zones yet, but as you see here, Waterworld, of course, has been rumored as a show for a while, and it will be getting a show. They've been actually doing stunt casting for that. The same company that does Waterworld is hiring for a temporary Halloween show and Waterworld. But the DreamWorks Theater, that room at the DreamWorks Theater might have some type of show. Really seems to be picking up steam now, appearing on the spec map. It looks like Hollywood will have 2 shows, which is awesome because we just have one, and it's great that both the shows won't involve the term Jabberwockies. So all around win for live entertainment here at Halloween Horror Nights Hollywood, because now we have as many shows as Fright Fest had last year, which is good. And hopefully there'll be some Halloween themed type shows. Well, that's Slaughter World, that's Halloween themed. Or whatever's happening at the DreamWorks Theater, it would be pretty cool. So I'm excited to hear more about that. Halloween Horror Nights starts on September 7th. So we should hear more information, hopefully this Sunday at Midsummer Scream. We'll hear not just for amazing outfit, but shows as well, or some kind of entertainment. Like the Megan Horde and things like that. Very exciting. Should be a good year. I say good year because the entertainment with the Megan Horde, the Death Eaters, and the 2 shows, and of course they usually do the bar where they the bar above Jurassic World, was the weekend bar. That'll probably be like maybe if I had to guess, the Stranger Things bar this year, which would be fantastic. Stranger Things 4, I'm holding out hope that's actually a good Stranger Things maze this time, because last season was actually kind of scary. So hopefully they can really put Vecna and have them really scare the crap out of us. So that'd be awesome. And of course the plaza has its own vibe going on there with its bars. It's kind of a Mexican vibe going on there. I love it. It has a massive bar, and it's like a Dia de los Muertos area. So hopefully that continues this year. Yeah, that is all the Halloween Horror Nights news I have for you right now. I will be going, some Midsummer Scream, doing a live stream of the panel. Maybe I'll do 2 live streams. Maybe I'll do a live stream of Fright Fest if I can get in there, and the Halloween Horror Nights panel. I'll run a poll. But yeah, what do you guys think of all this? Very exciting that the announcement season is finally wrapping up, and the actual season is actually kind of starting soon. Next week we're already into August. Can you believe it? Crazy. But we're already there, which is great. Which is moving towards the fall and getting out of summer, which is nice. If you like this video, press that thumbs up. Subscribe for more theme park updates and more Universal updates for the weekend. And as always, have a haunting day.